Hi everyone! Welcome to our first ever 5-minute tea with a CBE. I'm so excited that today we're going to be calling into Jessie Erickson's class, who is currently in North Dakota. And Jessie is a curriculum technology partner, and she'll be talking to us a little bit about how she modifies her lessons across all the different ranges of grades that she works with, as well as solves the problem of working with limited devices in her classroom while still integrating technology into her lessons. So she's currently at school right now, and I'm calling you from our head office in New York. Hey, Jessie, how's it going?
Priya, good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you. What do you have there?
I have a Google Expedition viewer.
What is that?
It's a virtual reality viewer, and I just got done taking some students on a virtual tour of some simple machines.
Exciting. Can you tell me a little bit more about this lesson that you just did?
Sure, let me get my tea. Have to have my Moby cup.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. So the students are learning about simple machines. We're just kicking off that unit in 6th grade. And we have access to these Google viewers here in Grand Forks. Beautiful thing. However, we have a limited number. And so what I really love to do is pair BrainPOP resources with the viewers. So when a student doesn't have a viewer, they have choices. So I sent the students a Hyperdoc. It looks like this. And there are 5 BrainPOP videos that support our lesson and a game. So when they weren't using the viewers, they were watching those 5 videos and playing the game. And then they were to record their understanding and learning from today's activity, either by making a map, making a movie, or creative coding.
Awesome. So this was 6th grade, you were saying?
That's correct.
Yes.
So here's an example of somebody's map. I asked the students if they wouldn't mind leaving their Chromebooks behind. So here's one of the students' maps.
Wow. I'm so glad that you have your student work handy to show us. Do you have anything else to show us?
I do. I have another student who started some coding, and you could see that she has the simple machines in her museum. She chose the museum. And so she was getting started with her coding activity. It was kind of fun to see what she was doing. Looks like she left off with Moby talking.
So when students then switch after participating in the Google Expedition activity, do they then revisit their creative coding and their make-a maps?
Oh, good question. It's really hard to sit for a long time with the viewers. I find that it's easier to do one. There's lots of stops that you make in that Google tour. And so what I usually do, depending on the length of the tour, is 1 or 2 stops, and then we swap. I find that if you sit for half an hour to 45 minutes with that viewer alone, students tend to get a little nauseous and dizzy because you have that feeling of movement, even though you're not really moving. So I do usually 1 to 2 stops, depending on the length, and we swap, and the students go back into their BrainPOP. And then some students come out and use the viewers, and then we swap again. And then they have that opportunity to go then add to their map or their coding after each experience.
Okay. And so you work with a range of grades.
I do.
This is a 6th grade lesson. Can you give me an example of how you would modify a lesson like this for maybe a younger grade that you work with?
Absolutely. Last week, I got the opportunity to work with Mrs. Berger's 2nd graders. And so what I really love is because I work with K-8 out here at Nathan Twining, I also get BrainPOP Junior. So we took a little visit the ocean habitat with Moby and Annie. And then we did that as a whole class and talked about the fact that we were studying ecosystems and habitats. And then we broke the students into 3 groups. Mrs. Berger has a student teacher. So the student teacher played the food chain game with them in 1 station. Mrs. Berger showed them the ecosystem video in a 2nd station. And then I had students in a 3rd station using the Google Expeditions. And we visited Ocean Safari.
Wow, thank you so much. This was really awesome, and we'd really like to thank you for allowing us to take a little sneak peek into your classroom.
Absolutely.
And looking at some of the student work and creations. And on that note, I think we're almost out of time.
Okay.
Want to let everyone know that if you have any questions for Jessie about her lesson or the modifications for her lesson, or if you have any suggestions for things that you want to see in the future, then let us know and comment below, and Jessie can get back to you with her answers, and we will take your feedback into consideration. Also, today is Valentine's Day, and we've got matching hearts. And they're not just any hearts, they're conversation hearts, because we really hearted this conversation with you today at the BrainPOP HQ. So we can't toast with tea at the moment. Well, I guess we can. We can do cheers.
Cheers.
And we can do cheers with our Valentine's Day hearts. Cheers to that.
I always love talking with my BrainPOP family and friends, so thank you for this opportunity. And like Priya said, if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. I know you have to get back to teaching.
Yes, unfortunately I do. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.